Can you see my screen, everyone? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Anyone, can you confirm?
Yes, Ron, you are.
Yes,
Fine. Yeah, fine. So in the last session, we discussed about DevOps, DevSecOps introduction, right? Yeah, what is DevOps? What is DevSecOps? What is security? So how can we automate the activities? How can we automate the deployments by using Ansible? What is the build and release process, right? What are the advantages of DevOps tools? Right? So these are all we discussed, right? So you will get the recording session. If anyone newly joined today first session, you'll get the recording session. You can go through the recording session and you can continue from today onwards. So anyone newly joined today, can you raise your hand, please? Anyone joined today first session? So can you raise your hand, please, here? Yeah. So you'll get the recording, yesterday's recording, demo recording, DevOps demo recording. You can go through and you can continue from today onwards. Okay. Now you can continue after this session or tomorrow. You can go through the yesterday's recording also. Right. Fine. So today we are going to discuss about cloud introduction. What is cloud? Why the project teams are looking for cloud infrastructure? So what is cost saving? Why the companies are migrating their applications to cloud? What are the advantages of cloud? So these are all very, very important. So where we integrate AI tools in cloud also, right? So this course is AI powered. This course is AI powered, right? So everywhere we use the AI. So yeah, currently every organization, every project team, they're using AI tools to perform the automation activities, cloud activities, deployments, right? Infrastructure activities, everywhere are AI, right? So in every stage we use the AI tools. Fine. Yeah. Now today's agenda here is, look at my screen, everyone. Today's agenda here is, what is cloud computing? Benefits of cloud computing. What is data center? Types of cloud computing. Types of cloud services. What is cost saving? Why the project teams are looking for cloud infrastructure? Cloud market share, cloud market growth, and AI integrations also explain. Okay, fine. Now, what is cloud computing? If anyone asks you this question, what would be your answer? What is cloud, anyone? What is cloud computing? Anyone?
Pay as you go for infrastructure.
Pay as we go. Right. Okay. Any other answers? Anyone? Right. Fine. So I collected some definition here. Look at my screen, everyone. So this is the definition. So cloud computing is a on-demand availability of computer system, resources, storage, and computing power without direct active management by the user. What does it mean? First of all, what is on-demand? What is on-demand? Instantly, immediately, whenever needed. For example, so as a cloud engineer, what we will do in real-time projects as a AWS engineer, for example, you switch to the project, you move to the cloud project. So what is our role? We create infrastructure, we manage the infrastructure, right? By using AI, we can integrate AI also. So very simple way we can configure the infrastructure by using AI tools. Okay. I'll show you practically while working on AI services. Fine. So on demand is nothing but instantly, immediately. For example, in real-time projects, we'll get the request. We will get the request, right? Our tickets. So project team required 10 servers or 10 storages, or network required, or load balance required, or any resource required. So within a minute, by single click, we can create the n number of resources, which is nothing but on demand. So on demand is nothing but instantly, immediately, whenever needed, right? So it is a on-demand availability of computer system, resources, storage, and computing power without direct active management by the user. What does it mean? So 15 years back, 20 years back, right, we used to use the physical data centers. Even currently also we are using, but very less servers. So 10 years back, in our previous organization, Capgemini, so we used to use the physical data centers. So I used to handle nearly 5,000 servers in our data center. 5,000 servers, development servers, QA servers, production servers, right? Yeah, so we used to use the physical data centers. When we use the physical server rooms, data center is a server room. We'll be having a full control of them. When we use the physical server rooms, we will be having a full control of them. We can take the control, full control whenever you want to restart, whenever you want to upgrade, whenever you want to modify anything. So whenever you want to shut down, right? We can take full control of them. But however, with the introduction of cloud, everything has been changed now. Our infrastructure is no longer sitting inside of our local data center, local server room. So rather it is being offered by a cloud provider like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Ali Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, DigitalOcean, Fastly, Heroku. So nearly 35 more clouds are available in the market, right? In which three clouds are very, very popular: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. So our course is multi-cloud. We will work on AWS, we'll work on Azure and GCP, right? So our course is multi-cloud. So minimum three clouds or two clouds required. So every organization, every project team, they're using at least two clouds. That is why, yeah, in our course, we designed three clouds, multi-cloud, right? Fine. So it is a on-demand availability of compute system resources and storage, computing power, storage and computing power without direct active management by the user, right? So now when we use the cloud resources, right? So whenever you want to create any resources, we can connect to AWS console, cloud console. We can go and create the resources within a minute, right? Which is nothing but on demand. So currently we are not using physical server rooms. Currently we are not using physical data centers. We are using the cloud data centers, AWS data centers, Azure data centers, GCP data centers, right? So why we are using cloud? Why the project teams are migrating to cloud? Because of cost saving, time saving, cost saving, time saving. If anyone asks you this question, interviewer asks you this question. So why we require cloud? What is the importance of cloud? If anyone asks you, time saving, cost saving.
Uh, Ram, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead.
Uh, is cloud don't have any physical server?
Yeah, so Amazon maintaining the physical servers, Google maintaining the physical servers, Azure maintaining the physical servers. So as a cloud engineer, as a DevOps engineer, we are connecting virtually. We are not connecting physically. They will maintain the physical
Okay,
servers in their data center.
okay, we are not maintaining.
We
Because
are
we are
not
not
maintaining.
maintaining our physical. Okay.
Data center people, they will maintain. AWS people, they will maintain
Uh,
the data center.
then what is the possibility of security then?
Yeah, so actually, so currently AWS providing very good security to protect the customer applications, customer databases. Okay. So as a cloud engineer, we are connecting virtually by using the consoles like this. So security is implemented already, high security. So whatever the applications we deployed on cloud, the applications are very secure, high secure. No one can hack.
Mhm.
This is AWS console, right? We
Okay.
can connect AWS
Yes.
console virtually and we can create the resources and we can hand over to project. They start working on the application development, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Fine.
Okay. Sure.
Any other questions, anyone? Others, any questions, anyone? Fine. Yeah. So currently we are using cloud data centers, cloud resources. Virtually we are connecting and we are creating the resources. For that usage, we have to pay the bills to cloud. For that usage, we have to pay the bills to cloud, right? That will be taken care by our clients, right? Yeah. So how many hours we are using cloud resources? For that usage only, we have to pay the bills. It's kind of renting. It's kind of renting. For example, gas bills, electricity bills, how we are paying, how many units we are using, that units we are paying, right? Same way, how many hours we are using cloud resources, for that usage we have to pay the bills, which is nothing but pay as you go model. Pay as you go model. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Now, look at my screen, everyone. So this is the data center. This is the data center. So asymmetric, yeah, concept. Look at here. So these are the racks. These are the racks. So these are the server racks and hubs, switches, right?
Ram, I have one more question. Sorry for the.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
You said, right, how many hours you are consuming, based on that you are paying that, paying to the
Exactly.
client.
Yes, yes.
This is, I am using one application.
Uh-huh.
This is being used by the server, not by the server is using. I am accessing from the outside.
Your
Means I
voice
am
is not
accessing
clear.
the.
Your voice is not clear. So breaking. Voice is breaking. You are using application. That is okay.
Am I audible to you right now?
Now it is fine, but sometimes it is breaking. Yeah, go ahead.
I am using the application
Uh-huh.
which is being accessed from the outside.
Right.
Means I am
Okay.
accessing the server indirectly, not directly.
Uh-huh.
For that one, am I need to pay anything to client?
No, not like that. Not like that. For
Okay.
example, Flipkart hosted in Amazon cloud. We are accessing application. We are not paying anything,
Yes,
right?
correct.
We are not paying anything for a
Okay.
Flipkart, this server application, right? So for infrastructure only we have to pay. For infrastructure, we
No,
need to.
no. In this case, I'm saying I am a Flipkart. I am the Flipkart owner.
Mhm.
I am hosting the application in the Flipkart.
Flipkart owner take the servers. For that servers, they need to pay the bills. In that server,
Outside we are using, right? And yeah.
in that server, they hosted the Flipkart, right? Am I
Yes,
correct?
yes, correct.
For that servers, they need to pay the bills. Got it right?
Okay, okay. But the servers are running 24/7, right? For that one, they
Yeah.
are paying, right? 24.
Yes, they need to
Okay,
pay.
okay.
Those are production servers,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Suppose I am an application developer, consider
Mhm.
I will host my application to the server.
Okay.
For that one, if someone access my application through outside, for that one I need to pay, right?
You need to pay. Yes. You are providing application.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. So please hold the
Yeah, fine.
questions for some time. I give you time for asking. Okay. So if you have any questions, please hold for some time. Okay. Anyone?
I will not.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So this is the data center. This is the cloud data center. So local IT team, local data center team, they will maintain the servers. They will maintain the network. They'll maintain the resources, right? So as a cloud engineer, as a client, so we can connect these servers virtually and we can work on the servers. But data center engineers, they will maintain the data center servers. Got it right? So we are talking about data center. Now we are talking about data center, right? Now, let me show you something here. So we are talking about data center. What is data center, anyone? Data center is a server room, right? Server room. So people are calling it as hub room or network room. People are calling it as hub room or network room. So this is a server room. In the server room, we host servers. We host servers, storages, network, load balancers, and switches and routers, right? So etc. So this all will be maintained by respective engineers, data center engineers, right? So as a cloud engineer, what we are doing currently, we are connecting virtually, right? Yeah. Now let's try to understand. Cloud advantages. Now let's try to understand cloud advantages. Before going to cloud advantages, now let me show you something like, for example, I have a Java project. So which is a startup company? I started startup company, for example. So I'm using physical server setup, servers. Okay. So this is my first project, Java project. I'm trying to get from client. So I'm trying to get the first project from client. So before getting the real project from client asks you to prepare one POC. What is POC, anyone? POC is a proof of concept, right? So POC is the proof of concept. What is proof of concept? It is a proof. It is a sample project. For example, if you want to buy any laptop or mobile, so what we will check normally? For example, you want to buy Apple mobile, iPhone. iPhone you want to buy. So what we will check? We'll check the features, the reviews, the people who are using, right? Same way, if any client want to give any project to the companies, right? What they will check? They will check some proof, some sample project, right? That is POC. So normally this POC client give you 45 days timeline to prepare this. So we need to prepare one POC and we need to we need to present to the client. We need to present to the respective client. Once we present, if they approve the POC, we will get the real project. Okay. So for this POC, client asks you to take 3 development servers, and 3 QA servers, quality assurance servers, and 3 production servers, prod servers. So why we require 3 set of servers, 3 environments? So because a developer develop the code in development servers. Once the development is completed, testing should be happened, right? Yeah, on QA servers, testing will be happened. So after that, we deploy the applications on prod servers. So here, developers, first 30 days, they work on the development servers, they develop the application. Once the development is completed, from 31 days to 40 days, testing should be happened. So after that, from 41 days to 45 days, okay, what will happen? Deployments will be happening. So this is the actual process every project team following currently. If they want to get any real project from client, they need to prepare one POC. That POC they need to present to the respective client, right? If the client is approved, we will get the real project. Otherwise, this is waste of money, right? So for this POC, if you want to set up this POC, so we need to recruit one admin required, right? So before admin, so if you want to buy any servers, physical servers, very first thing we need to buy the licenses, right? Licenses, right? So OS license and application license, we need to buy all the licenses, right? So when we talk about license, what is the minimum period would be, anyone? For example, Windows license, if you want to buy, what is the minimum period would be, anyone? What is the minimum period of the Windows license or antivirus or any other license, application license? Anyone having idea? Yeah, someone saying 1 year. Exactly, 1 year, right? So our POC is 45 days here, but we need to buy the 1 year license, minimum 1 year license, right? See, the POC is success, approved by client, that is okay. The POC is not success, not approved. This is waste of money, right? Yeah, and also we need to recruit one admin to maintain the servers because developers are not having any knowledge to perform this server setup. Here we required admin to set up the servers, and also we required server room required to configure the servers, and also we required network, we required AC to run the servers because so servers are having high computing power. So when if you enter into the normally in our previous data center, Capgemini data center. So when we enter into the data center, -4 degrees, -10 degrees temperatures we used to maintain because in that temperature servers will run. So normal laptop, desktop we can run anywhere, but servers normally required that specific temperature, right? Yeah, license required, admin required, server room required, and switches required, routers required, etc. These are all required, right? These are all required to run the servers, right? So once we set up all these things, we can, once the development is completed, testing completed, once we deploy the application, we can showcase to the client. The client is approved, that is fine. The client is not approved, what will happen? This is startup company, right? No other project. This is the first project. So this is waste of money, right? Now, same requirement, same setup. So by using cloud servers, how can we achieve this? Let's try to understand. So here, cloud advantages. Cloud advantages. Right. So same Java project here, Java project. So it is a startup, but here we are using cloud servers. Cloud servers means AWS servers or Azure servers. Okay. Yeah. Now same POC, proof of concept. Forty-five days timeline. Right. So here, yeah, in cloud, whenever we need any servers, within a minute, we can create n number of servers, which is nothing but on demand. In cloud, whenever you require any resources, by single click, we can create n number of resources, which is nothing but on demand. So for first 30 days, what we will do? We can create 3 servers for a development, dev servers. For a development, we can create 3 servers, right? So for first 30 days. First 30 days, we can create the 3 servers for development, right? Once development is completed, we can create 3 more servers for QA, quality assurance, right? From 31 days to 40 days. We don't need to create all the servers at a time here, right? And also, once testing is completed, we can create 3 more servers for prod from 41 days to 45 days, right? Yeah. So whenever we require any resources, we can create immediately within a minute. We don't need to create all the servers at a time. Okay. Yeah. So when we use the cloud servers, we don't require any licenses, no license required. So AWS will take care. Cloud vendors will take care, right? Azure will take care. Google will take. They will take care, right? So no admin needed. No admin needed here. So because as a cloud engineer, as a DevOps engineer, we can create by single click. We don't require any admin. In cloud, very simple, very easier to create the resources. No server room required. They will take care. We don't need to configure, right? AWS vendor will take care. Azure vendor will take care. No network required here. No network needed here. They will take care. No AC for servers. No AC for servers. No switches. They will take care. No routers. They will take care. Right? So these all will be taken care by respective cloud vendors. Right? So if you configure physical server room, we need to take care of all these things. But when we use the cloud servers, we don't need to worry about the licenses, admin, server room. These are all will be taken care by respective cloud vendors, right? So once we prepare all this, right? Once development is completed, testing completed, and deployment completed, so we can showcase to the client. The client is approved, we'll get the real project. The client is rejected. This is also waste of money. This is also waste of money. But what happened here? When we use the cloud servers, what will happen? Here, for example, $100 will be wasted. When we use the cloud servers, cloud resources, $100 will be wasted. But whereas physical environment, physical servers, physical resources, $500 will be wasted because server costing is higher here. So one server costing minimum $10,000 to $15,000, right? So this is the difference. These are the advantages. So when we go with the cloud, what will happen? Costing will be saved, time will be saved, right? So cost cutting. Every client look for the cost saving, right? Everywhere cost saving, right? So that is why currently every company, every project team, they're migrating their applications to cloud. When we use the cloud, time will be saved on demand. By single click, we can create resources, right? And when we use the cloud servers, costing will be reduced. That is why every project team, they are migrating their applications to cloud. So currently, most of the companies, 50% of the companies already migrated to cloud. So remaining 50% also they're migrating to cloud, right? Any questions now? You can ask me. Anyone having any questions here? You understand, right? Cloud advantage, right, everyone?
Hello. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead,
sorry.
please. Yes.
Uh, Ram, for the cloud, regarding the cloud, there is also risk will be there, right? I mean, if something important info will be there and some mistake will be there, then the whole it will be lost, right? I mean, there you have to be careful, right?
Fine, fine. Yeah. So since 2012, I'm working on AWS platform. Since 2012, I'm working on AWS cloud. I haven't seen any single security concern so far.
Okay.
So that level of security will be provided by cloud platforms. So
Okay.
AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, other clouds also, they are providing very good security and very good availability. That is why all the clients are migrating to cloud.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Security wise, very good. Every cloud platform, they're giving very good security to protect the customer applications, customer databases.
Okay. I mean, if case in the, I mean, some new genre, I mean, if some new to this, I mean, introducing to the cloud and all, if some, you don't know what he will the process, then if something may happen like that.
Right. We'll restrict, right? For example,
Mm.
freshers join into the project. We'll
Yeah.
restrict, we don't provide access. We don't provide full access. Limited
Okay.
access we provide.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we
Until
maintain.
he gets analyzed full
Yeah,
on that,
correct,
right?
correct. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ram.
Fine. Any other questions, anyone? Fine. Now let's move on. Look at my screen. So this is Amazon data center, right? So Amazon data center, yeah, in this data center, they are maintaining very good security, very good availability, high performing resources, high performance resources, and also they're giving a 24 by 7 availability, any resource. So for example, storages, network or resources, unknowingly, they will not shut down anything. If they have any maintenance activity, if they have any maintenance activity, prior to 2 months, prior to at least 2 months, they will inform us. If they have any downtime, for example. So, for example, year-end maintenance activity, right? So they will inform us prior to at least 2 months. Multiple notifications they will send. Okay, so that level of availability, that level of security provided by AWS. Even currently, banks also they are migrating their databases to cloud. Bank data is very critical data, right? For example, HDFC Bank, Citibank, ICICI Bank, SBI, right? They are migrating their databases to cloud currently. Fine. Now, look at my screen, everyone. So these are the advantages of cloud. Cost saving. First point here is cost saving. Flexibility. Flexibility we can access. 24 by 7 availability. So reliability. Reliability is most important, right? Scalability. Scale up. We can scale up whenever needed. We can increase whenever needed. Performance. Performance wise, very high performance resources. Automatic software updates. We don't need to update the patches, right? Automatically. That will be happened. Easy backup and restore, cost saving, unlimited storage also we can use in cloud. These are all advantages of cloud. Fine. Now look at my screen. Yeah, here in cloud we have 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models, and 4 deployment models. Let us go with one by one. 5 essential characteristics. First one is on demand. What is on demand, anyone? We discussed already. What is on demand, anyone? On demand is nothing but
I mean,
instantly.
instantly, immediately, whenever it is needed.
Yes, correct. For example, we are working as a cloud engineer with the project. Okay. So project team requires some resources. On the fly, by single click, we can create a number of resources, which is nothing but on demand. So if you want to prepare physical server, for example, if you want to prepare physical server as per the project team requirement, can we prepare immediately? Is it possible? Physical server? No, right? First, we need to place a order with vendor. They will deliver the server within 3-4 days. After, we need to move the server to data center, server room, and we need to insert into the rack. We need to connect power, network, We need to install operating system, applications, patches, plugins. So after that, we can test the server and we can hand over to project. That will take minimum 1 week to 10 days. But whereas cloud, not like that. So immediately, instantly, whenever needed, we can create by single click, which is nothing but on demand, right? So broad network access, whatever the resources we are using in cloud, those we can access from any region, any zone, from your office, from your home, even from your mobile also, you can access your cloud resources with proper authentication. Okay. Yeah, next one, resource pooling. So resource pooling is the thing, but whatever the resources we are using, those we can pull it up and we can reuse n number of times, which is nothing but resource pooling. Rapid elasticity, what does it mean? For example, I'm working on a database server. So middle of the activity, I'm getting some performance issues, server performance issues. So on the fly, by single click, I can increase the RAM, I can increase the storage, I can increase the processing speed. So normally, for example, you are working on your laptop. Right? Your laptop is getting performance issues, slowness issues. Can you increase the RAM immediately? Is it possible? Is it possible to increase the RAM, CPU, storage? Can we increase? No, right? Yeah, so we need to shut down the laptop. We need to remove the cabin. We can remove the cabinet and we can add the RAM modules or storage modules. First of all, we need to go to the hardware center, right? So we cannot directly replace, right? So they will remove the cabinet and they can add some slots, RAM modules, CPU modules, whatever, right? So again, they close the cabin, they start the laptop and they refresh, uh, they configure settings so that that configurations will be available. But here in cloud, not like that. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to shut down anything. You don't need to take the downtime. So on the fly, by single click, we can increase the RAM. We can increase the storage. We can increase the CPU, right? Which is nothing but rapid elasticity. Next one, measured service. So whatever servers are using in cloud, those are measured. How many hours we are using? For that usage, we have to pay the bills. For example, I'm using a server from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. For that 9 hours, I have to pay the bills, right? Or else I'm using server daily 1 hour. For that 1 hour only, I have to pay the bills, which is nothing but pay as you go model. Clear, right, everyone? In this slide, any questions, anyone? In this slide, any questions, anyone? Fine. Next one. Cloud service models. We have 3 service models, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. So infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. What is infrastructure as a service? So we can create infrastructure. On top of that, we can deploy the applications, which is nothing but infrastructure as a service. For example, so I want to deploy Kubernetes or Docker, right? So I have to create a server. So in my console, there is a Docker server. Look at my screen, everyone. So Docker server is there. And also Jenkins also there. Look at my screen. Just a moment. So these are the servers. Look at here. Jenkins server, Docker server. So I stopped here, right? Stopped means shut down. Stopped means shut down. When I stop this server, billing will be stopped. But here we are using free tier, nothing to worry. We don't need to pay any bills. 6 months free they're giving. I'm using free tier. I am using free servers. How to use the free servers, I'll show you clearly. We don't need to pay single NP. Okay. So these servers are whenever we start using normally client side. So client they're using high-end servers, high configuration servers, right? For practice, we don't require high configuration servers. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Now, for example, I want to install Docker. If I want to install Docker, I need a server, right? First, I create the server. On top of that, I install Docker, which is nothing but infrastructure as a service, IaaS, right? So second one, platform as a service. What is platform as a service? PaaS. So that, yeah, the platform already available inside of the AWS. For example, I want to use the Kubernetes. So here you can search EKS. Look at here. Elastic Kubernetes service already available. So ECS, for example, ECS. What is ECS? Elastic Container Service, right? Already available. This one you can use, PaaS we can use, or else we can use the IaaS. Either way. Okay. Next one, software as a service, third one, software as a service, which is mainly for reusability, like Google Drive, OneDrive, Amazon shopping site. We can reusability. This is mainly for reusability. So IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. So infrastructure as a service is nothing but we can create infrastructure. On top of that, we can deploy the applications or packages. Platform as a service is nothing but platform already available inside of the AWS. So software as a service is nothing but that is mainly for reusability, like Google Drive, OneDrive, Amazon shopping site, etc. Right? Yeah. Next one, look at my screen. Deployment services. These are all very, very important. Deployment services, deployment models. Okay. So here we have 4 deployment models are available. Private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud. So what is private cloud? So private cloud is nothing but our on-premises cloud, our local server room cloud, like VMware, Citrix, hypervisor. These are all examples. Okay. In our local server room, we use the private cloud. So public cloud is nothing but it is a AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Google cloud, etc. Right? So second one, look at here, everyone. This is very important. Hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is nothing but a combination of both. Combination of both. Right? So combination of both, public and private. Okay. So currently, few companies they're using hybrid cloud. So few companies they're using, not few companies, 30% of the companies they're using hybrid cloud. They're hosting their databases to private cloud. They're hosting their websites to public cloud, right? Which is nothing but hybrid cloud. So third one here is community cloud. This is government cloud, defense cloud, very high secured cloud. These are the 4 deployment models available in cloud. Clear and everyone? Any questions here, anyone? Anyone having any questions? Fine. Yeah. Next one. Look at my screen. Yeah. AWS regions, availability zones, and also edge locations. AWS regions, availability zones, and also edge locations. Region is a data center. Region is a data center, which is a server room. Region is a data center, which is a primary server room, right? Availability zone is a DR data center. Every server room is having regions, availability zones, edge locations. Region is a primary data center. Availability zone is a DR data center, disaster recovery data center. Edge location is it is mainly for communication, fast communication. Edge locations are mainly for fast communication. For example, so cricket match is going on in Mumbai, right? So people are watching from Australia, US, Canada, different regions, right? So in live, they're watching, right? How they're watching in live? Because of edge locations. Because of edge locations, right? Yeah, edge locations are nothing but so it will speed up the communication, right? So we'll work on practically all these regions, zones, availability zones, and edge locations. Okay. So every region is having, look at my screen, everyone. Every region is having at least 2 zones, 2 or 3 zones. Look at here. These are the availability zones for high availability. Okay. While working on VPC, we'll go very deep dive. Practically, we can work on this regions, zones, edge locations. Practically, we can work on this while working on VPC, networking part. Fine. Next one, AWS history, right? Look at here. Is Mr. Jeff Bezos, who invented AWS platform, AWS cloud. So AWS cloud born in 2002. 2002. Initially, they started selling books. They started using cloud for their business. Slowly, they started giving services to outside world. So currently is the leader in the market. AWS is the leader in the market. 33% of the market share occupied by the AWS. So AWS is in topmost position. AWS is in first place, right? Because so AWS is having high performance resources, use data center footprints across the globe, right? So high speed connectivity issues, no issues, no connectivity issues, nothing. High availability, high security. So that is why AWS is in first place. Now look at my screen. So here three clouds, popular clouds: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and the Google Cloud Platform. So AWS is in first place, Azure is in second place, Google is in third place. Now look at my screen, everyone. These are the quadrants. In the last quadrant, AWS is in first place, Azure is in second place, Google is in third place. So Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, different clouds are available. Right? Now, look at my screen. So these are the cloud computing providers. Here, 35 more clouds are available in the market. Nearly 35 more clouds are available in the market. So currently, so AWS, Azure, GCP, these are all very popular clouds. Now look at my screen, everyone. So these are the popular clouds providers in the market. So every company, they're using at least two clouds, either AWS Azure or AWS GCP or Azure GCP they're using. So few companies, they are using multi-cloud, like three clouds or four clouds. In our previous organization, we used to use four clouds: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, four clouds, right? So currently, every company they're using at least two clouds or three clouds. Fine. Now, look at my screen. Why companies are using multi-cloud? This is very important. Look at here, everyone. Why the companies are using multi-cloud platforms, right? What are the reasons, key reasons for the multi-cloud adoption? Look at here. Vendor lock-in. Avoid vendor lock-in. To avoid vendor lock-in. What is vendor lock-in? So freedom to switch providers. So you can switch to AWS, we can switch to Azure, we can switch to Google Cloud, we can use any cloud, right? And also high availability and resilience. If one cloud is fails, others we can continue. Other clouds we can use. Improved disaster recovery also. For example, our applications are running on AWS, right? But AWS is not giving any proper service. We can move to Azure. We can migrate to Azure. We can migrate to GCP, right? And best of breed service. AWS for compute services, Azure for enterprise integration services, GCP for AI and analytics services. Even AWS also very advanced features are available. AI services. For AI, AWS also best platform. Okay. And the compliance data residency. Look at here. Store data in specific regions. Meet country specific regulations. Right. And the cost optimization. Choose most cost choose the most cost effective services. Optimize workloads across cloud. For example, AWS is giving storage less costing. For example, we can use storage in AWS. In GCP, they're giving servers less costing servers. We can use the GCP. In Azure, they're giving databases less costing. We can use database in Azure. Like that, we can use the platforms, different platforms. Right? Now look at my screen, everyone. So this cloud market share, look at here. So cloud market share. So before going to this, anyone having any questions, you can ask me, Andy. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So before going to this, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Anyone having any questions? Right. Let's move on. Yeah. So cloud market share. So AWS occupied 33% of the market share, right? So Azure occupied 18% of the market share. Google occupied 9%. Alibaba Cloud occupied 6%, and IBM 5%, Salesforce 3%, and Tencent 2%, Oracle Cloud 2%. Other small players, they occupied 22%. Right? AWS is in first place. They occupied 33% of the market share. Next one. This is the cloud market growth, cloud computing market growth, right? So since 2012, I'm working in cloud platforms. Okay. So 2012 to 2026 market is growing like this. So coming 15 to 20 years, the market would be like this only. So AI already there, right? Still market is growing like this. Cloud required for every company. So DevOps tools required for every company, right? The market is growing like this year on year. So jobs are increasing and also clients are increasing, right? So coming 15 to 20 years, the market would be like this one, right? This is the right time to grab, right? So you can, so learn the subject and you can move into the, projects, right? Cloud projects, DevOps projects. This is the right time to grab. Fine.
Is there any threat like because they're using AI tools, right?
Yes.
So maybe the developers not needed or the admins not needed. They can
Not
how
like that
how
exactly. So, currently the people who are working as a developer or a tester or DevOps engineer or cloud engineer, so we need to upgrade something, AI tools, so that, coming 15 to 20 years, we can sustain in the market, right? So we need to upgrade some tools, AI tools, that will be covered in our course, AI tools. Okay.
Okay.
So we can handle the cloud platforms by using AI, right? Instead of a manual process, we can automate, we can work on some activities by using AI. We can create the agents, we can work on different activities by using AI. That will be covered in our course. Fine. So if you upgrade now, coming 15 to 20 years, you can sustain the market for sure. So even one of the student, so he's having 22 years experience. So in the last batch he joined, he learned full course with AI. So currently he moved to AI cloud DevOps with AWS with AI platform, AI project. DevOps with AWS plus AI project. Okay, every company asking AI tools Sunday. So AI to generative AI, LLMs required, right? And also agentic AI also required. So those will be covered. Copilot, different tools are there. So those will be covered in our course. Okay. So along with AWS and multi-cloud, DevOps, multi-cloud with DevSecOps, we require AI also. That is mandatory currently. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions, Sandy? Anyone? Anyone having any questions so far? Fine. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll discuss about SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. So which will be very informative session. So do not miss the session tomorrow. So tomorrow session will be very informative, right? SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. So we are not developers. We don't need to develop any applications. Okay. As a DevOps engineer, as a DevSecOps engineer, multi-cloud engineer, so how can we cope up with the development teams? How can we work on the CI/CD, right? What is our role? So these are all will be discussed tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So today's recording you will get. Okay. You can go through the recording and you can continue. Fine. So day after tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started. Right. So if you're interested, you can inform to the backend team, our admin team. They will add into WhatsApp group once you register. Okay. So that in the Google Classroom also, Google Classroom is the repository. In that we will add. In that I upload some documentation. You'll get the documentation also. Right. Once you register, you'll get all the access. Fine. If you're interested, you can reach out to me or institute number. My number already shared with you, right, everyone? So my mobile number is 96422 11711. In the chart, I shared the number. Look at here in the chart, GoToMeeting chart, or not a GoToMeeting, Zoom chart. So 96422 11711 is my number. I'm carrying only one number. This is my personal number. So trainers, they never share the personal numbers, right? From Marsha trainings, we share the personal numbers. You can take down this number. You can reach out to me if you have any more questions. So I'll guide you, right? So you can, if you're interested, you can register and you can add it to the WhatsApp group. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Fine. So tomorrow we'll discuss about SDLC, right? So software development lifecycle, which will be the very important core service. Okay. So after that, we'll jump into regular sessions. We'll start the basics from day after tomorrow onwards. Okay. Fine. We can stop here. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to me. My number already shared with you, right? 96422 11711. This is my mobile number. You can reach out to me, you can call me, WhatsApp me. So we'll discuss if you have any questions. Fine. Yeah, we can stop here. So tomorrow, same link will be, same link will work tomorrow. Same timings, 8 p.m. IST. You can connect. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about SDLC. Fine. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.